Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today, we're discussing an all-time great, and not just that, but the last of the line. Today, we're discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust Turnograph, reference 116264, in stainless steel and white gold. You can see and you can purchase this, the direct descendant of the first rotating bezel Rolex sports watch, on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch, with additional accessories included in the sale, high-resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this Rolex Datejust Turnograph. Now, this is the latest and the last of the Rolex Datejust Turnographs. Its forefather was the reference 6202, not a Datejust, but a unique technician's, traveler's, or navigator's watch. First marketed in 1953, it featured a bidirectional rotating bezel, as does this example. This example, however, a much finer combination of 904L Rolex steel with proprietary gray gold. This is actually white gold. This is nothing like the watch that used to be issued to U.S. Air Force Thunderbird aerobatic exhibition pilots, and yes, such a watch was issued as standard for U.S. Air Force pilots in the 1950s. There's a reason they call this model the Thunderbird. Now, the watch on my wrist represents a 36mm Rolex Datejust in every respect. 36mm across the round of the case from 9 to 3, not inclusive of the crown. The watch is fairly slim in profile, 11.7mm, and the timepiece measures a very manageable 45.6mm from solid end link to solid end link, the span across the wrist. Now, what the watch also has is a full bracelet of all solid center links, so it has a substantial feel to it. Now, this isn't an entry-level Rolex bracelet. You can see for two reasons. First, there's the contrast between the satin-finished outer links and the polished center links, as well as high polish on the shoulders and the presence of Rolex Easy Link inside the clasp. You can see Easy Link. It's a 5mm tool-free adjustment system, allowing you to precisely size during activity, inactivity, hot or cold, without resort to a jeweler's tool. Also finished internally, the swing arm shows that Rolex thinks well of its old girl and provides more than entry-level equipment on this rather rich ituration of the turnograph. Again, last of the line, also the best of the line. Now, when I say gray gold, a term I mentioned earlier, I mean the bezel. You can see it's fluted in classic precious metal Rolex fashion, and it is bidirectional rotating. Now, the original idea behind the turnograph was that it would be used for timing flights, technical vocations, even for travelers. But what you see here is a finer take than any 1950s wayfarer would have ever known. Now, gray gold is homogeneous all the way through a white metal, so it's not like conventional plated white gold, which is milky yellow and then rhodium plated. This is solid through, so if you scratch it, if you scuff it, if you dent it, the bezel itself is white all the way through, nothing unsightly to show. Now, it's quite easy to line up the black index with the minutes hand or the hour hand, depending on how great an interval you want to time, and then it acts, in this case with minutes, as a 0 to 60 minute impromptu chronograph, an easier way, in my opinion, of timing tests, intervals between meetings, the kids' time out, your cooking, whatever may require metering. Now, the rest of the watch is spectacular because although many iterations of this final generation turnograph were made with several different golds in the bezel, several different colors in the dial, for me, this is the best combination. Stainless steel, white gold, red accents, blue sunburst. Now, I should mention that the red accents extend past the seconds hand in the name script to include the entirety of the date disc. It's not a roulette date. Both odd and even numbers are red, a splash of color, and much appreciated. The watch is loomed with superluminova, so you can see it in any light, and all of the indices, as well as the Rolex coronet at 12 and the hands at center, are white gold to match. Now, inside the case, Rolex is 3135 automatic. It's a COSC chronometer, free-sprung with a full balance bridge for toughness and precise regulation. It also features a Breguet overcoil such that it remains chronometer grade through all positions and all orientations with respect to gravity. The screw-down crown ensures that though this watch is inspired by aviation, nevertheless it does enjoy 100-meter water resistance. There's a quick setting function for the date and hacking or stop seconds to halt the seconds hand and precisely synchronize the watch. You can see this watch, perhaps a collectible, undoubtedly charismatic, and make it yours on our website.